So, what do you think is the biggest, the best attraction to the university?
My favorite attraction to the university is the history. The history here, when you walk on campus with, with William Faulkner being in town, and Archie Manning and all the past football players and sports heroes. We also have a lot of Shepard Smith and stuff like that. But the thing that attracts me to Ole Miss is the history, the people, and just the culture in general. And the campus is beautiful. You can't find a prettier campus than Ole Miss. But the main thing that attracts me to Ole Miss is the history, probably.
What are some of the best things about the university that you find as a student compared to some of the worst things?
The best things to the university is the opportunity to be something great, something, be a part of something bigger than myself. That's my favorite thing about it being a student. Is, you have the opportunity to get your degree from here and be something in the world. The main thing I dislike about our university is probably our university's leadership. I think that as a whole, our school, administration could do a lot better. From chancellor, now looking at the mess with our athletic department, and it's just a complete mess. But the leadership, they have to step it up. It's been very poor. If our fans are outraged, it takes them weeks to reply. And then when it should be right there. And they shouldn't, our athletic director came out a month ago and had a press conference and about his displeasure for the football program or whatever. But in his press conference, he said that he didn't care about what the fans think. Well, newsflash, the fans are what make Ole Miss. Right. And so that's, and the chancellor, the Ford Rebels things, they're saying it's an attack on Ole Miss. I don't see it as an attack on Ole Miss. I see it as people that are just sick of being below mediocre. We're not even mediocre. And so, and they want something done about it. There's no accountability. There's absolutely no accountability. Right. And so, these guys can sit in the office and I read somewhere the other day where Pete Boone is 38-68. I might be a little off on the numbers, but 38-68 in the SEC since he's been here. Right. How does somebody keep their job when they're like that? That's what I want to know, because any other SEC school, he can't. And so we obviously have some kind of good old boy system going on here that is just running the university to the ground, because we will never be what we need to be unless they're out of office.
Right. Talk about what your thoughts about the Grove and what the Grove means to the school as an SEC venue for a game day, or just Grove in general.
The Grove is unbelievable. There's no other place like it. I've been to every SEC West school, and I've been to Vanderbilt and Georgia in the East, and no other school even comes close to game day, pregame, I guess. And in the Grove, there's no other place like it. You go there, you're there with your family, your friends, and you just sit there all day talking about football or whatever. But anywhere else you go, I mean, people try to emulate it all they can, but you can't. I mean, it's just something that's one of the great traditions at Ole Miss. I mean, other places you have like, a motorhome park or, stuff like that, but you don't have, this big forest field or whatever that is beautiful. It's, State recently got the Junction, and I've been there, and it's just nothing. It's,
right.
It's probably 1/4 of the size of the Grove, and it's just an open field. And, that's the one thing, our football program is kind of in disarray right now, but we'll always have the Grove to come back to. And, if we get our football team going, then we'll have the best of both worlds. And so, but my favorite thing about the Grove is just, it's great. And there's no other, wherever you go, there's no other place like it.